try it again. That's all right.
That's the sound of the blocking sled popping at the Potosi Trojans football training camp. I'm Glenn Johnson, and today I'll be giving you a closer look at how the Trojans are preparing for the 2013 football season. After starting 3-0 last year, Potosi went on a 7-game losing streak to end up 3-7. In their playoff loss to New Madrid, they blew a 21-0 lead and lost 28-27, a fitting end to a disappointing season.
You know, it was one of them situations last year. We did have a lot of high hopes coming in. We knew that we were going to be, not a great team, but we were going to be better than we were the year before. And that last game did kind of sum up the whole season for us. You know, we started off great, ran into some tough teams after that as well, and then we ran into some injuries that just kind of compiled, and you know, that last game summed it all up. But you know, this year I think the guys are very excited. They're ready to. They're hitting the field with all gears rolling, and they're really excited, and we're ready to go.
Head coach Mark Casey is entering his 6th year as the Trojans coach and is coming off of back-to-back losing seasons for the first time. He says getting back on the winning track starts with a positive outlook.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I don't think that we're going to go into any game where we're thinking that we've lost a game before we ever hit the field this year. And I think in the past couple of years that might have been the case a few times. You know, we felt a little overwhelmed against certain teams. We've been pretty young for the last couple of years. Now that youth is starting to kind of get, you know, to that junior and senior age, and I really believe that we honestly, deep down in our heart, will believe that every team we start off against, we have an opportunity to win the game if we play our game and we play well.
Potosi is fortunate to have quarterback Aaron VINSON returning for his senior season. VINSON has been starting since he was a sophomore and says he sees a difference in the team from previous years.
It's going to be different for us. We have a lot more receivers this year than we have in the past. So, I mean, it's just looking good all around. We have a bunch of talented young kids coming up, but we also have actually returning senior guys and junior guys this year. So it's always good to have returning guys because the last couple of years we haven't really had upperclassmen to lead us, so it's good to have them back this year.
Among other things, Coach Casey says Vinson's physical stature has stood out to him this year.
You know, he's been a 3-year starter for us, and this is the last go-around for him. So, you know, it's one of them things, and that's what I keep telling those guys is that, you know, you've been playing all those years leading up to this. This is what it's for, your senior year. And Aaron's done a good job of really attacking it this summer, and he's put on a little bit of weight, and he's been throwing the ball a lot and working on the finer things of his game.
And Vinson has always been able to throw the deep ball, but he says it's not all about strength.
It's really not my arm, it's just my mechanics. I mean, because I'm not the strongest guy in the world. You can ask everybody. I've been in the weight room, still not the strongest, but I mean, my mechanics help me a lot with that. So just being able to ball out is just my mechanics.
The senior quarterback has shown flashes of being one of the best quarterbacks in the area at times. Coach Casey expects for it to all come together for him this year.
Sure, yeah, we're looking for big things from Aaron this year. You know, we're hoping that our running game is going to be able to take a little bit of the pressure off of him, and then if we can do that, hopefully he can pick and choose some spots where he makes the safe throws, and then whenever we get an opportunity to take a chance down the field, he can do that. And he's one of those guys that he's been doing it long enough that, you know, he understands it now. He's getting it. We kind of think alike, and he knows what I expect of him, and he works hard at what he's trying to accomplish.
The running game is a bit of a question mark going into this year after the loss of Dream Teamer Dusty Weidman to graduation.
You know, as far as Dusty, like I said, he's going to be a huge guy to replace because he was a starter for us on offense and defense. But, you know, one of his backups last year came in against DeSoto and had a really fine game running the ball and kind of opened everybody's eyes that, yeah, he's going to be able to do this. So he's really approached the offseason, you know, in the fact that I'm going to be the man and I'm going to take over this job and I'm going to do the best of my ability, and it's going to be a good deal.
And that backup is Blaine Riddle, who's got people excited at camp, but there are other guys who can tote the rock.
Blaine Riddle, he's one of the guys that'll be able to carry the ball for us this year. Austin Cooley will be able to carry the ball, and Colin Robinson. You know, right now, this far in camp, I would say those are the three that'll get most of the carries. You know, in Austin, he'll be split out a little bit. He'll be a very versatile player. He'll do a little bit of everything. He'll carry it, he'll catch it, he'll do it all.
And all those guys will be running behind an experienced offensive line for a change, and that line's anchored by senior Dallas SEIM.
We got four seniors this year on the offensive line. They're coming back. And they didn't all start last year, but they were all in the program and got reps last year. So it should be good on the offensive side of the ball.
Another senior lineman is John MALUGEN, who expects Potosi to return to glory this season.
I think we're capable of a lot. Everyone's talking, well, we've had the past couple seasons weren't too good, but I feel like this season we're going to come back.
The Trojans know for that to happen, they'll need unwavering commitment from the entire roster and coaching staff. SEIM believes they have that.
You got to have guys that are dedicated to it and honestly want to get better and play football. It's where it's at in the summer. we've had a great turn. I mean, we've been missing a few guys here and there, but when they're not there, there's more people to pick up where they're not.
And according to MALUGEN, the seniors on the team are setting the example and making sure the younger guys are as dedicated as they are.
If we could have as many captains as we would, every senior would be a captain, no doubt in my mind.
And while each senior leads in a different way, quarterback VINSON has taken the role of teacher.
I studied the playbook every night. I mean, that's one of the best things I know. Me and my center, SEIM, if they can ask us for a play during the whole time, and we can tell them everything they need to know about it, help them out through the whole game.
And VINSON has his spot at quarterback pretty well locked down, but Coach Casey says there has been a lot of healthy competition at other positions this summer.
I would say at the linebacker spots, we're going to have some new faces and some guys that are battling there. At the defensive end spots, we'll have some battles going on, some secondary spots even at corner. Running back, we've got, like I said, 3 guys right now that carry the ball really well for us, and they're going to battle, and they're going to be able to share some carries and take some pressure off each other. We've got some receivers that catch the ball really well right now. Offensive line, I'd say there's even a couple spots there that are kind of still in the air. Just kind of depends on how it goes from this point on.
And VINSON's favorite position battle to keep an eye on involves some of the weapons he'll have at his disposal in the passing game.
Austin Cooley, an amazing kid. He has some of the best hands I've probably ever seen. Dakota Glore was an amazing receiver for this year. We got a couple new guys. We got Chandler Franklin, John Thompson, and Jacob Reed. Some of those are good receivers. They can just go up and get the ball a lot, so that's always good for us.
Potosi's road back to prominence begins on August 30th at Carnahan. We'll wrap up this report from Potosi with some final thoughts from John MALUGEN.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to all my coaches, my friends, family, everyone in Potosi for the support. Let's have a good football season.